Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to Six in the City. And we've got a full show lined up.
Yes, we do. We've got a lot of folks that we're going to talk to today. So it's going to be.
Where are we going to start?
Well, we're going to start with Whitney Owen at the Jackson Animals Care Center. I'm sure she's got a special guest with her that we're going to meet and then could possibly adopt. And then we're going to go to Discovery Park of America because we're going to be celebrating David Crockett's 235th birthday with Scott Williams. He's president and CEO of Discovery Park. So we're going to find out about David Crockett and his birthday and, how do you get to celebrate 235 years? And then James Christopherson is going to be with us because he's going to talk about Arise to Read. And then we'll have Amy, which has become the Read team. That's right. And this whole new name change is brand new. So, and then we're going to talk to Amy Dietrich and the new director of the Jackson Choral Society, Josh Gatlin. I'm going to find out how the Choral Society is doing, what's going on with it, and getting into its season. And then Charles Adams will be here to talk about PDG. It's a conference that's coming up July 31st. We'll talk about it. And then Gracie Sloan is here. She's with Rifa. None other than Construction. It's almost time. So folks are getting ready, getting teams together, building, doing pre-builds. And our entertainment today is none other than Scott Myatt. So we're going to have a great show today. You want to stick around and hear what we have to say and the music that by our talented Scott Myatt. So
here we are.
Should be a good show.
That's right. Scott Myatt's with us and more. So come right back with us. We're here on Six in the City.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
As we all take care and precautions, practicing social distancing with more time at home, we may find ourselves using more broadband too, relying on internet, television, and telephone services to stay connected to work, school, and family. JA is working hard to keep our customers, employees, and families safe while bringing vital services during this time. Keeping you connected to the essential broadband services Jackson's homes and businesses depend on is one thing you can count on at JEA today.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and we welcome Whitney Owen from the Jackson Animal Care Center. Whitney, good to see you.
It is. You
do here.
Are we still in the middle of cat season?
Oh, yeah. It runs.
You remember, I think
just decided to drag me across the desk.
Yeah. If you remember, I think Whitney said cat season never ends.
It really doesn't, but it's heavy here from April through probably mid-September.
Wow. Okay.
So you've got an active one with you. Who have you got with you?
This is Uno. And Uno is 14 weeks old and super playful, does really well with other cats. She's good with dogs. She'd be a little too rambunctious for very small children, but anybody 4 and 5 and up, she'd be fine. She loves toys, loves chasing a ball around.
She looks like a ball of fire.
Well, she's been stuck in a cage for the last couple of weeks, so she's got lots of energy built up. But she loves to play. She loves her toys. Just overall, she's a really good little kitty.
Oh,
and she's a long-haired cat too, so she's gonna be floofy.
Okay. Whitney, is it unusual for them to get along with the dogs, or is that
not as long as they're well socialized with them? Here at the shelter, they don't really have much of a choice. So it's kind of immersion therapy, so to speak.
Okay.
So they're around them all, every day, and they get used to them, and it's not that big of a deal. So as long as the dogs are cat savvy, they do pretty well.
Okay.
Now, I've always heard that black cats have a tendency to get overlooked at shelters. Is that the case there at the Animal Care Center?
They absolutely do. They don't really have any distinguishing marks to set them apart from everybody else, and so they just kind of get out. She's biting my neck. You're biting me. They kind of get overlooked, whereas like the calicos or the tabbies have distinguishing marks. Some of them have really cool markings on their face, and some have really cool lines and patterns on their side, or whatever. Whereas the black cats are, they're just one solid color.
They're
And
just
so
black.
exactly. So you've got some of us that love black cats, and then you've got some people that are like, nah, they're kind of boring looking. They're just really not interested in them.
Where did the bad luck connection start?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a superstitious thing or if
Oh
it's
no,
just
the neighbors have got a black cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a superstitious thing. It goes back to like, decades ago when our grandparents were little, and
Okay.
everybody, nobody, they didn't understand that just because something was correlated didn't mean it was causation. So they're like, oh, I saw a black cat and my cousin got a piano dropped on his head. Well, the cat had nothing to do with it. It just happened.
Yeah.
And so, it's just old wives' tales. They're not any more of a pain in the butt than anything else.
Right. Whitney, I take it you got a pretty good supply of cats and dogs right now that could use a home.
Yes, I have, as my grandmother would say, I have more of both than I can shake a stick at.
Okay.
So if you are looking for a pet, I can fix you up.
All right.
Now, you guys still looking for fosters too, Whitney?
Always. I've got some little kitties that come in that are too small to be here really without endangering their immune system and their health. And so they need a 2-week foster between their first and second set of shots, just to make sure they're not exposed to some of the funkies, the sneezies and the snoozles that we deal with up here. Helps protect them long term, makes them adoptable faster, saves the shelter money because they don't get sick, don't have to be medicated, and it increases their overall long term health to keep them healthy and active, like this little jaguar right here.
Okay. What's the procedure to become a foster, Whitney?
It's super straightforward. Everybody's home dynamic is different, and so some people are great matches for kittens. Others have all the room in the world and are great for a litter of large breed puppies.
Okay.
Some people are really low key and quiet and can foster an injured dog or a dog that needs heartworm treatment without endangering the dog's health. So it just kind of depends on what they're looking for and what they're willing to foster. And the process itself is very straightforward. We have a 1-page front and back adoption application or foster application. They'll fill it out. We kind of check it out. We have a conversation to find out what it is they're willing to deal with. And she's chewing on my camera stand and what they're not willing to deal with. And then once we establish that, we'll go through like, what are they going to need in the way of supplies? Do they need crates? Do they need food? Do they need toys? And we provide all of that if it's needed.
Wow.
Best way to contact you, Whitney, is how?
The easiest way to contact us is through either social media or a phone call.
Okay.
We're extremely active on our Facebook page. So that's a straight shot to us. I do most of our social media marketing and management. So if they message us on Facebook or Instagram, I'm probably going to be the one they end up talking to. Or they can call the shelter directly. It's 731-422-7028.
7028. Whitney, always good to talk to you. And I know Whitney can use pet supplies or anything else. You just talk to her about what she needs,
Exactly
and it'll
right.
go to a good use. From the Animal Care Center. Whitney, it's good to see you.
It is
You
good to
too,
have
guys.
you, Whitney.
We're going to talk about David Crockett next. 235th birthday on 6 in the City.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E Plus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Scott Williams is the president and CEO of Discovery Park of America. We got many things we could talk to him about, but we're going to talk today about David Crockett on his 235th birthday year or whatever it is. Scott, good to have you with us. Scott has written a book called The Accidental Fame and Lack of Fortune of West Tennessee's David Crockett. So what got you on this subject, Scott?
So, as we've talked before, I'm a big fan of West Tennessee history. And so when I came back to West Tennessee from Washington, there's David Crockett all over Discovery Park of America. And so it started getting me thinking, who was this guy who was a frontiersman, who was uneducated? How in the world did he end up having a statue at Discovery Park and being somebody that people still remember? So I just started digging and found out a lot of things about how he became famous that I had never known before.
He was under serious consideration for a presidential nominee at one time in his life. Right?
He was. I think they were actually just kind of testing him out. The Whigs wanted to beat Andrew Jackson. And so, they put him out there to see how he did, and he did okay. It was an era where people were starting to get tired of the elite, educated Easterners running the government. So they wanted some down-home, good old boys like David Crockett. And so he capitalized on that, but he didn't quite have everything, that he needed to be able to actually run the entire country.
Okay. David Crockett lived in all three sections of this state, right?
He did. He, of course, was born in East Tennessee, and then he lived in Middle Tennessee for a little while, but he really spent a big chunk of his adult life up here in Northwest Tennessee. He was one of the very first hunters around Reelfoot Lake, which I think is really interesting. And he really ran his entire Washington career outside, going back and forth between Washington and here in this area. The counties all changed, the lines. It was Weakley County, Obion County, Carroll County, Gibson County. So he was all over the place.
Okay.
Now, most people are accustomed to hearing Davy Crockett, but yet he's actually David Crockett. So
yeah, he was Colonel David Crockett is what he went by. Davy was sort of put down, an insult. But of course, when Walt Disney decided to take advantage of the image of David Crockett, they changed it to Davy Crockett, and it launched this incredible licensed product phenomenon, unlike anything that had ever happened before. So people just were obsessed with Davy Crockett. And I even have heard that there was the threat of endangering raccoons because of all raccoon skin caps.
Yeah.
Right. Estes Kefauver, who was U.S. Senator from Tennessee, started wearing a coonskin cap.
That's right. That's in my book. I've got a picture of him wearing it because, let's see, somebody called and said he was sneaky as a raccoon. And so he thought he put it back on him and started putting a raccoon hat on and said, I'm sneaky like David Crockett. So
what got David Crockett at crossways with Andrew Jackson?
I think based on everything I've read and what I've researched, he was a little bit not going to do anything anybody told him to. And Andrew Jackson absolutely expected all of the Democrats to fall right in line behind him and do what he said and vote as he said. And Davy Crockett was like, no way. Davy Crockett was in favor of the poor people, the settlers who had come in and squatted here in this area and who didn't own the land, but yet they cleared it off and farmed it. Whereas Andrew Jackson wanted them to have to pay for their land. So they squared off of that to begin with. And then everything after that, they pretty much fought about.
I know you got the book out. It's coming out. It's about to be released. It's coming out this week. Any special activities going on at Discovery Park around this?
Absolutely. So August 14th, we're celebrating his birthday, his 235th birthday, with programs and special things going on. And the nicest thing is, in celebration of all of us here in West Tennessee that owe him a debt of gratitude, everybody in West Tennessee is free. So you can go to our website and see, all the counties in West Tennessee. And if you live in one of those counties, your ticket is free on August 14th as we all celebrate David Crockett's birthday together.
What day of the week is that?
That's a Saturday.
Oh, hey.
Fantastic. Perfect timing.
Absolutely.
And the book, people can order the book through the park or get it at the park.
Yeah, you know what? If anybody's curious, they can go to therealdavidcrockett.com.
Therealdavidcrockett.com. Way to go, Scott. Congratulations on this project.
Yes.
A very, very good one. Good
Thanks
to
a
talk
lot.
with you. Discovery Park on August 14th.
That's right.
Well, right now we're going to go to the main stage. He may have that song queued up. Who knows? We want to welcome back the one and only Scott Myatt. Scott.
Hey, kids. Good to see y'all.
Yes, good to see you.
Everybody's looking good. And this is the main stage, my living room.
Okay, very good.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, take it away, my friend.
All right. This is a song everybody knows. You guys just sing along there on your Zoom mics. And here we go. It's an old John Denver song. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, faded on the sky. Missed a taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home down country road.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we offer dental treatment for your entire family. We have the latest 3D digital x-ray system. We offer implants, veneers, teeth whitening, and all the other normal services you receive at the dental office. We have 2 offices, one in Milan and one in Jackson, and E+ broadband telephone services allows us to connect both of those offices. It doesn't matter which office the patient calls, we have the ability to speak to that patient at either location.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. it always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Oh, welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you. James Christopherson and Kelly have joined us, and it's good to see both of you.
It's good to have you all.
You too, Steve. And you,
Hi,
Cassandra.
Yeah, it's a well, the program has been called Arise to Read, and it's been changed to the Read Team. So what's happening? The program changed, or what's going on, James?
Well, we were double branded. We wanted to get to single brand, so we called it the Read Team. We joined up with United Way to hopefully spread it out into West Tennessee. And we're adapting our program, of course, with everything. But Dr. King's pretty excited about having us come back in the schools this fall. So, bam, we'll be there.
All
and
right.
you and Cassandra will. What's that?
I said, so for those people who don't know, tell us a little bit about what the Read Team program is.
Sure. The Read Team, we mobilize the community. That's everyone you that sees this, to go and help fix a solvable problem in Jackson. The problem is low literacy and lack of books in the homes.
Yeah, the low literacy is, we focus particularly on second grade. And when the students come into second grade and they are tested on their literacy skills, in the 6 schools that we work in, the literacy, there's only 80% of the students are on second grade level at the beginning of second grade. That means starting second grade, 80% are behind already. So we're targeting those kids because if you remember when you're a child, you learn to read from pre-K to about second grade. And at third grade, it crosses that line and they're expected to be able to read to learn. So if they don't know how to read by third grade, they get exponentially behind. The other issue that we deal with is the lack of books in the home. It has shown that every middle income home has roughly about 13 age appropriate books in the home. So when a child comes home and they do have skills, they have something they can pick up and read. But in our lower income homes, it is often frequently that there's only one age appropriate book for every 300 families. It's just a dearth of books for those students. So even if they're learning skills at school, they have nothing to practice on, and that's how you increase. So
what does this program do then to address these issues then?
2 things. We go to the students. We go in the schools 1 hour a week, get paired up with 2 second graders and coach them in their sight words. And if you don't move and they don't move, you and the little second graders become good friends. Second thing we do is we take the WOW wagon, which we've been doing this summer. We take it to their neighborhoods and we give away free books.
And what's the WOW wagon?
WOW is Words on Wheels. And it's a trailer that the community helped convert to, it holds about 3,000 books, follows the Rifa's back bus stop cafe, and we open it up. Kids come in, get 2 free books, come back 2 weeks, get 2 more free books. They do book reports, PowerPoints, everything.
Wow.
So it's not a lending library, it's
Correct.
a giving library. So they
Giving,
can
that's
actually
right.
go in
Wow.
and pick their own books and have those to keep for themselves.
That's right. They
Yep.
get a choice with that. And we also with the Read Team where we're in the schools, we also during the year give them books. We're trying to get more books in the home.
Okay.
Huge.
But the volunteers, I know you'll be looking for volunteers by September because we're starting school in August. So
That's
what do
right.
people need to do?
You need to go to our website, which is thereadteam.org, READ, thereadteam.org, and click a little button that's on every page 2 or 3 times called Change a Life Now. They click that button, they get in our system, then we keep them informed. They'll have about an hour and a half training this fall from my lovely wife. And then we'll match them up and away we go. So they go to thereadteam.org. They can even go there, click the WOW Wagon tab, and it tells you how to donate books or help in the WOW Wagon.
Okay, that was going to be my next question is,
Well, I knew that.
where do you get your books from? And that's from donors.
That's right. They're all donated.
It's an important work, essential work, and a real opportunity to change a life. So I hope you'll jump on this. The Read Team, READ, thereadteam.org. Find out about the WOW Wagon and change a life. Good to see you both. Appreciate the work that's underway.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks so
congratulations
much for
on the
what you
change.
do.
Glad to see the program expanding into West Tennessee. It's exciting.
Definitely.
We're going back to the main stage, as we say, and we welcome once again our dear friend, colleague, co-conspirator,
Name it.
whatever he's become down through the years. We're talking about the one and only Scott Myatt.
Scott Myatt, that's right.
Thank you so much. May I make a shameless plug?
Yes. Well, I saw you had visit. I see the visit. I can't see what it says on the guitar. Visit what?
Oh, well, that wasn't what I was going to plug, but that's just if you ever want to know where I'm playing. I have my own website. It's scottmyatt.com, and there's a calendar on there.
All right, very, very good. Very subtle. Good.
And the plug I was going to make, though, weather permitting, I'll be playing 2 outdoor gigs on Saturday, Farmers Market in Jackson from 9 to noon.
Okay.
And then from 2 to 3 at the street music somewhere in Humboldt.
Humboldt, yeah, they're putting musicians on the street, calling a street festival, right?
Yeah. And then Steve Short and Rita Mack and I, that's called Rita Mack and Different Drum, we're going to be at the Blacksmith Saturday night.
Saturday night on the patio at 6. Okay, very
Thank
good.
you for letting me do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Glad to have you here.
Song I hope you like. It's a newfound favorite of mine. It goes back to the 60s. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. When she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. When she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool, sways so gently. When she passes, each boy she passes goes, ah. Oh, but he watches so sadly. How can he tell her he loves her? Yes, he would give his heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at he. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. When she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see. Now, I don't have Steve Short to do a solo here, so you'll have to endure some bad whistling. Oh, but he watches so sadly. How can he tell her he loves her? Yes, he would give his heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at he. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. When she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see. Yes, it's autobiographical, see? She just doesn't see.
We are in an opioid crisis. More and more of our neighbors are dying from opioid overdoses. More than 1,300 Tennesseans in 2018 alone. You have the power to reverse this deadly trend. Because of the COVID-19 outbreak, Jackson Madison Prevention Coalition is now offering free Narcan training online and by phone. Narcan reversal kits are available. Contact Mark Mason at 731-694-0741. That's 731-694-0741. Don't let your loved one become a statistic.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Hi, I'm Kedrick Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you, and we welcome Amy Dietrich and Josh Gatlin with us. Josh is the new director of the Jackson Choral Society, and Amy Dietrich has been the president of this organization for the last year. Good to have you both on with us.
Good to be here.
Glad to be Josh, here. Congratulations on being named the new director.
Thank you. Super excited about the opportunity and ready to get started.
Amy, what's going on with the Choral Society now? We've had a disruption in season, and so where are we going to pick up this year?
We have had a disruption for sure. I mean, everybody out there, I think, is vocalizing to show off for Josh when we finally get together again. Yeah, we had a program that was all set to go called Women in Music, and then the pandemic hit us. And when I first heard about it, I said, well, you know, we'll only be off for a couple of weeks. We'll still have time to rehearse and have that program in May. Well, kind of didn't happen, did it? But we have the music and we are going to present Women in Music. That's all there is to it.
Okay. So Josh, will you walk into a preset show here?
Yeah,
Hope
we
you
kind
like
of
it.
yeah, that's one of the things that we discussed coming in. And the previous director had obviously already chosen the concert and the programming for that. But a lot of the stuff that's picked is really popular stuff. And I think that a lot of people are going to really enjoy listening to those arrangements when they do get to hear them. Honestly, though, I think that due to the pandemic, we could get up there and sing Mary Had a Little Lamb on repeat for 3 minutes. People are so starved for something to do that they're just, I think they'll be excited to have us back regardless of what we're doing.
So what is the schedule now for this production?
So we typically, from what I understand, we'll do a concert sometime right after Thanksgiving or before December hits. And then we're getting ready to start rehearsals in August.
All right.
We're tying up a few loose ends in our rehearsal space and getting that all squared away. And as soon as we have those plans finalized, we're going to announce that on social media and other outlets that we have so that we can let people know and get them out and join us.
Amy, why did you get involved with the Choral Society?
I got involved about 6 years ago. I had sung in choirs in high school and in college and church choirs, and then I didn't because I was too busy with work. And after I retired, I thought, I'd like to sing again. I wonder if that's possible. And I went to one of their concerts and I thought, this is what I want to do. And I love it. Everybody that knows me knows that they never can get me to do anything on Monday night. Because that I'll miss a lot of things, but I will not miss that. It's a real pleasure to me. It's something I've always enjoyed doing, and so I continue to enjoy doing it. I will have to say about Josh that when we interviewed him and he told me he was a tenor, I almost, crossed him off the list and thought, we'll just get him to sing with us because good tenors are hard
to find. Okay.
Sung with us once before, and I sat kind of across the aisle and thought, that guy really has a pretty voice. So he almost didn't make the cut.
He didn't make the cut. Okay. Sang his way right off a job. Yeah.
Your motive as usual.
So Joshua, you're setting up the auditions, arrangements, everything else now. So those will be announced soon. What are you looking for then in this group?
Really anyone that's just got a passion to sing. You cannot even have a passion to sing. Let's just say you're looking for something to do on Monday night. We really just want people to come. We just really want people to come see what we're doing and be a part of a community because in a lot of the ways, the things that people get out of something like the Choral Society don't actually have anything to do with music. Mentally, especially given what we've just been through, just being part of something that is kind of bigger than yourself can just be really, really uplifting for the spirit. And that's kind of at the end of the day what we're looking to do. Without giving too much of a teaser, just because, we may have some bigger things coming up here in the future. So you might want to be a part of it on the ground floor.
Okay.
So that you don't miss the boat before it leaves.
Now, Josh, is there a fee to be a part of the Choral Society for anybody?
I do believe that there is a fee, but it's a small fee that specifically only goes to getting your music, to help pay for that music that you receive. Because if the last I looked, and if I remember singing, we're singing 18, 20 pieces of music, and those do come at a cost when you're looking at 50 to 70 people, up to 100, depending on how big the choir is. So there's a small fee, but it's one of those things where it's not, hey, if you don't have this fee right now, it's going to prohibit you from being a part of this. We'll always be able to work with you.
So when you start the rehearsals, they will be Monday evenings at 7, is that right?
7 to 9, yes, sir.
7 to 9, okay, each Monday, and then leading up to the concert, you're doing at least, Amy, what, 2 a year now, or are you going to do more?
We're doing 2 a year, and as Josh said, we may have a surprise
Coming up, okay.
Number 3.
Okay.
I would say that May is probably we will have a surprise.
We will have a surprise for you.
Okay.
We really will.
If people want to find out more about the Choral Society, what's the best way to do that?
Our Facebook page. We're really keeping our Facebook page up to date, and we also, when we get the email addresses on everybody, then the director sends things to time to time. So check our Facebook page, and we usually have flyers out calling all singers. So we will.
Well, Amy, it's so good to see you. Joshua, congratulations on being selected as new director. It's an exciting organization that does great work, and you're walking into a great tradition here. And we're proud that you're here, and wish both of you, wish the Choral Society the best. Jackson Choral Society on Facebook, not auditions, rehearsals. We don't audition, we sing. Rehearsals start in August. Good to see you both. We're going to be right back with more as we continue 6 in the City.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on E+ broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
With E+ broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit watchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit watchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E+ broadband's TV Everywhere.
Welcome back to 6 in the City. Charles Adams is with us. And Charles, good to see you.
Good to see you, Steve.
And you may know this guy for years with Walgreens and then Lions Club and everything else. Been active in this community in many, many ways. We got a thing called the PDG conference coming up. I have no earthly idea what that's about. Right. And so we're going to find out together. It's good to see you, by the way.
It is. It's good to see you. Enlighten us on what PDG is.
Absolutely, Cassandra. Thank you so much. So PDG is Professional Development Group, and PDG was pretty much conceived to address the economic disparities that we see in certain parts of our community and throughout West Tennessee. And our mantra is pretty simple, Cassandra and Steve, and it's tools for crossing the finish line. So our up-and-coming conference is July the 31st. It's at the DoubleTree Hotel. It will be from 8 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. Breakfast and lunch will be provided. And we have a plethora of talent and information that will be provided at this conference. And it's going to be something that's very exciting. And at the end of the day, we think it's going to be game changers for a lot of people's lives in terms of building that generational wealth.
Now, Charles, who's your target audience? Who do you want to attend this conference?
So, we're looking at the target audience, individuals that from 20, you know what, Cassandra, let me take it back a little bit. I think the sooner we can start getting information to individuals, especially teenagers and even younger, to get them to understand the importance of building wealth and being able to transfer that wealth. So it's going to be for individuals who want to really change the dynamics of their life in terms of wealth building, those who have a desire to go in and start their own business, maybe expand or even acquire a business. So, for those individuals that really don't have the savviness to understand what finances look like, this is the information that we're going to be providing to really help individuals build that generational wealth.
Charles, what are some of the topics that you'll be talking about then?
Yeah.
So some of the topics, Steve, is credit worthiness, right? Okay. So a lot of individuals, when they get ready to purchase a home or maybe start a business, they don't understand the importance of being credit worthiness. So we will have credit counselors there that will speak to the importance of credit worthiness. So we will have individuals that are creative when it comes to finance, when it comes to starting a business, expanding a business, or those who are willing and have a desire to maybe get into investment properties. We have a young man from Dallas, Texas, by the name of Henry Smith, and he will bring that information to the table and get it out there. Also, we have local talent as well, like Andre Giss, a good friend of mine and neighbor. He's the CEO of Myatt Manufacturing Group over in Lexington and Chattanooga, Tennessee. And he will be one of our guest speakers as well, along with a host of other bankers and financial advisors as well.
What's the registration procedure for this?
Great question. So registration is $50. You can go to pdg.solutions and register, $50. And, it's a meager investment, Steve and Cassandra, for the information that you will receive. And it's just a great event that everybody in Jackson and West Tennessee needs to come and participate.
Okay. This one step among many, I guess, that you're going to try to do to close this gap that we've talked about, this economic gap, is a very real thing.
Absolutely. So this right here is our rollout event, this conference. So what we're proposing, probably quarterly, where you will see smaller workshops, and they will be focused around investing, leadership, credit worthiness, and things of that nature. And it's pretty much like you said, to close that gap. And when you think about Jackson and West Tennessee and the Allison report that was released a couple of years ago, that was facilitated by United Way here locally with Matt Marshall and the CEO, there are certain pockets in our community where the poverty rate, Steve, exceeds 27%.
Right.
And, that's pretty much, equivalent to some areas around the globe that are third world developing countries. So, it presents a huge opportunity for organizations like PDG and other organizations in Jackson, Tennessee, to address these disparities.
Let them know about the organization, Charles. It's always good to see you. Best of luck on this. 31st of July.
Always good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate the initiative out there. We're going back to the main stage, as we say, and once again, we welcome the very talented Scott Myatt.
Thank you. Something I ripped off from Nat King Cole. Hope I haven't done it on the show before. I really can't remember. But it was Charlie Chaplin's theme song, the Tramp, silent movie act. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. Though there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Yeah, your life is still worthwhile. You just smile.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Need to check your bill balance? Set a payment extension. Get outage notifications. With JEA, it's easy. Text. When you enroll in JEA alerts, you open all those possibilities. To enroll, text JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 53248. Text JOIN to 53248. If your cell phone number is current, two-way texting is yours. Real-time communication, direct customer service with JEA today.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
Tracy Sloan with RIFA, Regional Interfaith Association, is with us. We were talking about construction coming up September the 30th, which used to seem kind of far away, but we got faculty members reporting to classes beginning of this month. School starting next month in August, and so here we come. September 30th is going to get here before you know it, Grace.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This summer has gone by so fast already, and it's not slowing down.
Yeah. So what's going to be happening with construction this year?
Yeah, so construction this year is on September 30th. We'll be at the Carl
back.
Perkins. Yes, we'll be at the Carl Perkins Civic Center, and we are excited to welcome the voice trio of Selah to Jackson, Tennessee. If you haven't listened to them, I highly encourage you all to look them up. They have some great originals. They do some covers of some classic hymns. They have some really beautiful voices. So we're excited to be welcoming them as our guest entertainment. And so we just are encouraging the community to come out and enjoy a great evening with us.
Okay.
Now that's the big event. What happens prior to?
So prior to the big event,
that's what makes construction.
Yeah, so we will have teams throughout the community. JEA has a team along with several others, and they will be building these larger than life structures out of canned foods. So you might be thinking, oh, that sounds pretty simple. No, it takes a lot of skill to put these structures together, and they are so impressive. We see anything from the Joker to butterflies to sharks and school buses. So we love to just see the creativity and hard work of these teams. And as just a small appreciation, we invite them to our night of entertainment for some awards and just to say thank you.
Yeah, you learn a lot about canned goods and cans, and not all cans are created equal. So.
No.
Fuller has one of those things ever collapsed out there, because sometimes they seem to defy gravity almost.
They have.
Oh,
they
yes.
have. Several, one year at the when construction was still at the mall, there was one, and it was referred to as Beantown. This was a long time ago. It actually it fell during the night, so nobody realized it until you come to the mall the next day, and so I felt bad for them.
Well, they are amazing. They're amazing structures, and it of course it's an international design competition, and we had some teams last year, Grace, I think, or 2 years ago, that went on, right?
Yeah, we had some teams place. JEA actually placed in the international competition, and then RIFA as just a whole won in the most funds raised, and we placed in the most food raised. So we're really proud of that.
Okay.
Awesome.
How many teams are signed up this year? And I guess there's still time, right, if you want to participate?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have about 10 teams signed up. There's still room for more. So if you're interested in, getting maybe your workers together, a group at church, whoever it is, together to build one of these structures, you can just go to rifajackson.org to find out more information. Or you can call us here at RIFA and we'll get you connected and get a team set up for you.
So the banquet and all is September the 30th. So the build out will be when then?
It'll be the Tuesday before the event. And so that's September 28th. So the teams will come together, build the structures on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we'll have a group of judges go through. And then Thursday, we'll all gather together to give out awards.
And the public will be able to see them then, that Wednesday?
Yeah, and they can actually go by any time during the Civic Center's hours. So even on Friday, they can swing by. Maybe they aren't able to attend the event, but they can swing by and walk through and see the structures.
Tickets for the event are how much, and where do we get those?
Yeah, so you can find all that information on rifajackson.org's website. Balcony tickets are only $25. And then we have some table seats for $100. And then you can also buy a full table of 8 for $750.
Terrific. All right.
Awesome.
Glad the event is back.
Me too. We're so looking forward to it this year.
Yeah.
So, well, do you want to go ahead and tell them what the winning structure is going to be?
Yeah.
I'm not telling our secret.
Lips are sealed.
That's right. That's exactly right. You
Great. Gracie, so good to see you. We look forward to construction on September the 30th.
Thank you.
All right, continue.
Thanks, Gracie.
And of course, anytime you want to donate items or whatever to Gracie and the folks at RIFA, the thrift store, and everything else, that as well. We're going to be right back with more as we continue 6 in the City.
When I heard the word leukemia, I was terrified.
Thanks. Right here in West Tennessee, people are fighting for their lives.
Even though you know they're taking chemotherapy and they got a long road ahead, if they can maintain their smile and their energy, it makes it a whole lot easier.
That's why platelets are so vital. Wendy's blessed. Her son survived.
There's only one place to get platelets, and that's from people like you. Please give.
Doing what's never been done. The American Public Power Association includes over 2,000 local public utility systems. Over 15 years, the APPA has presented RP3 awards, recognizing system reliability, safety, workforce development, and improvement. JA in 2020 not only received the top-level Diamond RP3 award, it was presented to JA for the 7th time. No utility has been so recognized. Honored Public Power, another part of JEA today.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Thanks to all of our guests for being with us. As we find out every week, there are all kinds of things going on in this community, and they're special, and people are dedicated to them. We appreciate
Finally, things are getting back to being in
yeah,
person,
getting back to
so
some events. And
definitely.
I had a note this morning. St. Mary's and Sacred Heart are doing a combined thing. You know, they had the Mardi Gras auction, and then they had the Vegas night. They're combining
Right.
that at the Civic Center. That's going to be next Saturday night, I think the 24th. And
Okay.
it was $125 tickets. They got the stage show with Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. They got the casino tables that open up at 9:30, and they got live auction and silent auction. So we got a
Nice.
big night planned. And so
That
it's
is a
good to
big
see
night.
stuff coming back. Jackson-Madison County Board of Education meets this week at 5:30. And so that'll be carried live at E+ TV 6. We'll be tuned in for that. And Scott Myatt has said he's going to be at the farmers market Saturday morning, going to the street. They're doing a music festival on the streets in Humboldt in front of the merchants Saturday. And then he's
Yeah.
going to be out with with Rita Mack and Steve. And
There's
that's going to be Saturday night.
there's a couple little pop-ups that are going to be happening. One of them is going to be happening close to the farmers market. It's going to be down at the local this Saturday, the 17th, from 9 to 12. And then also a summer art market is going to be going on at Woodstock Bake Shop at 80 Insdale Cove, and that's from 9 to 1 this Saturday.
Okay.
And then I believe Century Farm Voices in the Vineyard is coming up as well at 7 o'clock on Saturday, and it's Gloria White and Just Friends Trio.
Okay.
So, you
Well,
know,
it's good to see the AMP open back up with Jimmy
Yes.
Taylor, and I think we got the King Bees coming in. Next weekend? I think next.
yeah, I think
Friday
it's yeah, I
night,
think
23rd.
it's
Yeah, it's coming in. So that's exciting. And Scott, you're going to be where Saturday night?
Blacksmith Bar and Grill with
Blacksmith. That's right, on the patio at Blacksmith.
Rita Mack and different drums.
It'll be interesting to see how that street music thing goes in Humboldt.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'll be in front of the coffee shop, which is my
Well, that's a good place to be.
home on Thursdays.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good.
If you've never been to the coffee shop in Humboldt, you will be pleasantly
Surprise. We went up there.
surprised how great it is.
Well, they're telling us if you're going to sing, we better get started. Scott, thanks for being with us. Fuller, good
Thanks
to
so
see
much,
you.
Scott.
We'll see everybody
It's-
back next week for more
it's
Six
great
in the
to see
City.
everybody.
Scott, take it away.
Well, I know that Janet likes the long song at the very end, so she can cut me off at will. So I chose the longer song.
Okay.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. You're lovely with a smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. You're lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. More mediocre whistling. that was even less than mediocre.